On November 24, 1971, a man who called himself Dan Cooper boarded a commercial flight from Portland, Oregon to Seattle, Washington. He would soon commit one of the most daring and mysterious hijackings in American history, one that would capture the imagination of the nation and spark a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. Who was D.B. Cooper? And what happened after he vanished into the night sky? It was the day before Thanksgiving, and Flight 305 was a routine trip for the crew of Northwest Orient Airlines. But everything changed when a man in a dark suit handed a note to flight attendant Florence Schaffner. She thought it was just another businessman's flirtatious advance, until he whispered, "Miss, you better read that. I have a bomb." Calm and composed, the hijacker showed her a glimpse of what appeared to be a bomb in his briefcase. The crew had no choice but to comply. Cooper demanded $200,000 in ransom, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck ready for their arrival in Seattle. His instructions were precise, his demeanor cold and calculating. The airline agreed to his demands, fearing for the lives of the 36 passengers on board. For hours, the plane circled Seattle as Cooper waited for his ransom to be delivered. Passengers were unaware, believing the delay was due to a routine mechanical issue. Tension mounted in the cockpit as the crew awaited further instructions. At 5:39 p.m., the plane landed in Seattle, where Cooper's demands were met without resistance. The passengers, relieved to be alive, were released in exchange for the money and parachutes. The crew remained on board as the plane was refueled, and Cooper gave new instructions. Fly towards Mexico City, keep the plane below 10,000 feet, and maintain a slow speed. Somewhere over the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest, in the cold, dark night, Cooper strapped on a parachute, tied the money to himself, and opened the rear door of the Boeing 727. At 8:13 p.m., he jumped into the stormy night and disappeared. The moment Cooper vanished, a massive manhunt was launched. FBI agents, search teams, and volunteers scoured the area, combing through forests, rivers, and mountains. But there was no sign of Cooper or the money. No parachute, no body, no clues. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the mystery deepened. Theories began to swirl. Was Cooper an experienced paratrooper? Did he die during the jump, or did he outsmart the FBI and escape to freedom? In 1980, nearly a decade after the hijacking, a young boy discovered a decaying bundle of $20 bills along the banks of the Columbia River near Portland. The serial numbers matched the ransom money given to D.B. Cooper, but how did the money end up there? Was it a sign that Cooper had drowned in the river, or was it a deliberate attempt to throw investigators off his trail? Over the years, dozens of suspects emerged, each with their own story of how they could be the infamous skyjacker. Some claimed he was a former military paratrooper, skilled enough to survive the jump. Others insisted he was an airline insider or even a government agent. Theories ranged from the credible to the outlandish, with some suggesting he lived out his days in peace, while others believed he died in the wilderness. In 2016, after 45 years of investigation, the FBI officially closed the case, citing a lack of new leads. But for many, the story of D.B. Cooper remains an obsession. New clues continue to surface, and amateur sleuths are more determined than ever to solve the case. Could Cooper have been an ordinary man who outwitted the law, or was he a ghost, a figment of America's fascination with the perfect crime? One thing is certain: D.B. Cooper's legend endures, and as long as the mystery remains unsolved, his story will continue to capture the imaginations of those who dare to dream of the perfect heist.